I feel for my guy because, I saw this coming just when he took all these jobs. It's like he's already so famous, but now he's like different kind of famous. And I think the biggest problem with today's generation of kids, I hate to say that like that, but I sound like an old man, but I think everything's about clout now in the world, like period. Like, and it's hard as even a media member not to fall in these traps. Like everybody is chasing clout and it's the quickest way that I can get my 5 minutes of fame. Yeah. Like that guy getting the phone smacked out. If it weren't for the fact that it seems like the whole internet turned on this guy, which is hard to do. The Ravens fan that knocked two Commanders fans out and this guy are kind of like the rare breed that can be such assholes.
0% approval rating.
Everybody hates him, which is really hard to do right now. Except for maybe 10% of people that don't like Taylor Swift. I can't figure out why. Yeah. And but I think like nowadays, a kid that gets smacked in the face, like might say, hey, look what I got. I got smacked in the face by Jason Kelce. Oh, look what I have on my phone. He smacked the phone out of my hand. Like, oh, I win. It's basically it's like internet trolls in person. And for the most part, those people know there's a line. But then there's some people like that, and that rarely happens. Like that's never happened to me in my life. Like the problem is most people run up on somebody like that and they're like, oh, I'm in the enclosure. Yeah. And then what you see is when Jason Kelce snaps, the fan gets to see what it's like to fall into the polar bear cage. You know what I mean? Like when you see somebody at the zoo that like comes to and they're sitting in the enclosure, they're like, how did I get here? Oh my God, there's the bear. Like, that's what it is. You want to know what it feels like? It could have been a lot worse for that guy if there weren't a million people around and Jason wasn't so damn patient. I don't think it's just pro athletes. I think people have no respect anymore for each other. And I think the internet culture has ruined real life. And I think there's too many people that grew up in situations where they never got punched in the face. And I'm not saying that's like a prerequisite to being an adult, but I'm pretty sure that guy never got punched in the face. I'm not saying that's like a rite of passage for every American, but if you're going to act that way, eventually somewhere down, and he's lucky it's not somebody with less to lose. That's the thing. Like you do that to somebody with less to lose, you might be in real trouble. So it's kind of a soft target too. You're broad daylight, thousands of people around, you're running up on Kelce. It's just weak.
Have you ever been punched in the face?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been punched in the face a few times, but by a stranger, by a teammate. I had it coming. I was real drunk talking to somebody in Missouri and hanging out a car window, and he punched me in the eye. It barely, I had like a little shiner and the driver pulled off. So, it's like, bro, I know enough not to, I've been punched in the face. I'll put it that way.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on from getting punched in the face.
Have you been punched in the face?
Yeah. So we were at a poker night when I was like 17 years old, and we were just sitting around drinking beer. Maybe for legal reasons I should be older than in the story, but it was a total accident. We were like five guys, and one of them like kind of pushed another guy, and he fell over the back of the chair. And we were just roughhousing, right? Just like normal guys. So then the guy's like kind of a sarcastic, funny guy. His name's Brady. He's a pretty good like nature influencer now. Like he's on National Geographic and stuff. Great guy.
No way.
And he literally goes, it was him just to like screw with me a little bit. And the guy didn't wait for him to be like, I'm just kidding. It was me. And he just rolled up on me and just punched me right in the face. It was at my house.
You got punched in the face at your own house over something somebody else did?
Yes. And it was like, we were just roughhousing. Nobody meant it that, but this guy, I guess he had too many. He has kind of a short fuse to begin with. And I just got destroyed. It hurt so bad. And I just kicked everybody out of the house except, and there were like a bunch of guys. My friend Ben Jakowski got to stay, and we just sort of sat there, and I just put ice over it for a while. It sucked.
Nose or?
It was nose, right here.
Yeah, awful. You don't want to get punched in the nose.
Awful.
I've broken my nose. Like you see my nose is crooked, but that wasn't from getting punched in the face. That was from football. But like, yeah, I've been punched in the eye, side of the head, jaw. You got to go through that. See, you and I are walking around just talking to strangers like
that. I'm definitely not pushing people over chairs. I'm definitely not doing that because Brady did it, and hey, look what happened to me, bro.